The tank is fully mounted in now. It's bolted down. You see the bolts up there in the tabs. I got the hole drilled right there behind that valve, and it's actually kind of slotted a little bit where the gravity line, which is right there, that gray hose, will come out and just kind of angle down through the bed. And then over there to the left of it, there's a hole drilled for the power wire to come up. So that's the next thing that I'm about to do. Here's the wire right there. So the wire will come up the side of the tank and go right over the edge and go to the where the pump screws into the tank there, and then jump right in there into the connection right there and make the electrical connection. So these trucks, Ram, it has some really good videos on YouTube talking about all this stuff on these trucks, where everything is located. You can also get online on Ram Bodybuilder and look at the stuff there too. They have a lot of helpful stuff, but right here is where your auxiliaries are. This plug here, and then the plug below it right there too. So this is number 1, 2, 3, and 4 where your wire. So 1, 2, and 3 are being used right now because they're my caution lights on the truck, and number 4 will be the fuel tank. And so what Ram does is they supply you with a bunch of wiring harnesses here that they supply you with for any kind of situation. So you got all these right here, and even these right here. So I'll take one of the larger pink ones right here, and all you do is it's got a sealed green plug in it there. You just pull that plug out, and then you just stick this wire where the chrome goes all the way in there, and then you get a watertight seal on it too. And then you just tie into that, splice into it, and then right there's a ground where you can jump on the ground right there and get your ground, and you're good to go. So this truck's got I think it's 5 auxiliaries plus the PTO switch, which you can, yeah, it's got 5 in it. So I'll be using 4. Let's see, number 1 is the front lights. The number 2 is the back lights. Number 3 is the lights in the boxes. Number 4 will be the fuel pump. Number 5 and the PTO will still be open right there. So there's a little green plug right there. They give very detailed instructions on how to do it and which port goes with which switch. And man, I mean, it's just as simple as can be. There's the wire that I'm going to use right there that's going to go in there and lock in. And then once I get it in there, then I'll plug this back into there, and all I got to do is just wire it into the pump back there then. All right, so in this plug here, that white thing, you have to unlatch it. It's got a little clip right there above my thumb. You just push it that way, and it'll pop out, and then you can stick the wire in and then push it back down. So the terminal's all plugged in right there at the junction now, and then here's the wire that I'll tie into right there. So I'm about to check it. I'm gonna hit the auxiliary switch, put the test light on it, make sure it's working. All right, so this is the wire coming from the pump, and it was actually long enough. I thought I was gonna have to get some SO, so you see where it comes up right here. I've actually got some connectors, some 3M stuff. It's got the VHB on it, and stick it, that stuff will not come off. It's the same thing like they use on GoPro mounts and stuff like that. So what I'll do is I'll put probably 2 of them on the side of this tank, stick it to it, and then run a zip tie through it and clamp the the cable right there. Probably put one more up on top. On the frame rail, all the way, and then up under the hood here. So all I gotta do now is just put a end crimping eye on the negative, put it right here under this post, and then take a, I got some of these heat wire seal, these solder type connectors. They're actually pretty cool. You just slide it over the wire, heat it up with a heat gun, and it solders it at the same time and seals it. And that's what I'll put on the hot side right there. So there it is. I actually took it and soldered it first and then slid it over it and then did the heat on it to get the other seal connector on it. And then I taped over it with some 3M electrical tape too. So she's connected. I checked it back there at the pump when I cut the power on, and she's got power back there, so she's ready to go. Now all they do is go up under the truck here and zip tie everything up real good, because this cord right here come with it is got some really thick insulation on it, so it's perfect for this application here. Now all I gotta do is just make this connection here. Take Torx to take this cover off. Just take it off there, and I'll get it all, make the connection. I've got the there's a thing that screws in there that cinches down on it, that clamps the wire here. And so let's get this thing wired up. Got her all wired up. I've got the power turned on to it right now. That's it. She's ready to go. So I'm out here about to, what it's gonna hold. I know what it's supposed to hold, but what it's supposed to hold ain't gonna be what it's gonna hold because of the baffles. So we're gonna see what she's gonna do. So she's rolling. It's a little place right outside of Columbus here. So we're at 83 gallons now. And we'll take and fill the Mini up, get it to top it off with fuel. That'll be the first fuel that I pump out of it. Had 2 or 3 people asking if I was gonna put a auto off nozzle on it. No, I'm not gonna put one on it. The reason why, we have from time to time in the woods, we have a good bit of trouble with those auto off nozzles, and they have cost us a lot of money over the years too. So I'm not even gonna go there, because everything that I'm gonna be pumping is just quick. This machine right here, I don't think it holds about 18 gallons or something like that, and it ain't worth it, man. So we're good. You hear the pump running. And then it's off. It's gonna work good. See, clear. That's all I ever running it, because I'll be running the truck off of this fuel too. I'm gonna pump this tank out before I hook the gravity flow line up on it first. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this fuel out of it, and then I'll connect the gravity flow line up on it. I gotta put some of those things on the tank right there to hold that wire run zip tight to it there. Fix that up. So we got a lot of rain yesterday evening, well, all day yesterday. Yesterday evening, it really got cranked up pretty bad. I Hey, my welding guy over here, we were working together on some stuff, some projects we were working on that I'll show later on in my shop in there. That's we're gonna kind of finalize one of them tonight in there, get it situated. But man, it rained. I mean, it rained like crazy. So the logging crew ain't working today, and of course I didn't go out and do anything today. Hunter sent me some pictures a while ago. They've buried lawnmowers, I think, all day long today, and so they've had a tough time trying to cut grass and getting that done. I'm about to put this truck in the shop one more time, tidy up a couple of things on it there, and kind of get things situated from where I had everything moved around on it, and do that. And I got work, probably be working tomorrow, and I won't be doing, let's see, tomorrow won't be a tree working job. I'll probably do some tree work Saturday, and tomorrow will be some bucket work, dirt work and everything is what tomorrow will be for me. All right, so this next weekend coming up, the weekend, a week from today, next Thursday, I got my folks coming in that are going to be spending the whole weekend with me that won the giveaway for the 100,000 subscribers. And there'll be a video about it, and it'll be really cool. He wants to learn some more about chainsaws. He's got some property. He's from up in North Carolina. I can't remember exactly which town he's from, but he and his wife are coming, and we're gonna play with chainsaws. I got plenty of stuff here to cut up, and then we're gonna do a whole bunch of other stuff. So they're gonna be here Thursday because they got to travel so far, and then they'll be here Friday and all day Saturday too. And I'm gonna try to work it to where I do a tree job during the same time period where he can help me with that and see how I do that. And that'll be really cool to do that, have a guest, on board while I'm messing with that, because that's always fun. But so that's about all I'm thinking of, man. If y'all need some tree work, my email's right down below. Email me and we'll see if we can get together on it and get to come by and look at it. I got to go to town this afternoon and look at another one job there and check it out and see the ins and outs on that. But appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters. So one more thing before I go. This is a 400. I have not cut a stick of wood with it yet. I cranked it. I took the spark arrestor screen out of it. I do have a bark box coming from it for it. I took my dogs off the 261 and put them on this saw. So this is a 362. These saws are carbon copies of one another right here, is what they are. This saw right here is 59 cc's, yep, 59. And this one is 67 cc's. So I've got a 25-inch bar on it, light bar on it. I filled it up full of gas and oil last night and weighed it on the scales. This saw weighs exactly 18 pounds full of gas and oil. So even the muffler is the same, because the same bark box that goes on that saw goes on this one. I did have to do a little bit of shaving on this outside dog, no, on the inside dog, right there on that nut to make it work where it had enough room to get by the case right there. That was only in a little bit on the underside of the dog itself right there to get it to go on there. So I didn't want to order, if the ones on the 261 would go on it, that's what I was going to do, because I'm not going to keep the 261. I'm gonna get rid of it, sell it, because out of the steels, the 261 is my least favorite saw. Yeah, so I'll probably run the 400 here in a little bit, fire it up and run it. But like I said, there's no difference between these two saws other than the displacement. Even the side covers are the same and everything, except this one has a magnesium piston in it. Now I do know that just running in here last night is pretty zippy, but it's zippier than what this saw is, but it's not as extreme zippy as like the 500, the fuel injected saw. But so it's going to be interesting to play with this one and run it. So this gives me the whole thing of steel saws except for an 880, which I'll never buy an 880 because I don't need one. and a 462, and then the top panel, the 201 top panel saw, which I really don't need it either, because I like the battery Husqvarna a lot better. But I thought that was pretty good on the weight of it at 18 pounds full of gas and oil with a 25-inch bar on it there. And so I don't know what this one weighed, because this, I've just got a 20-inch on it with a Sugi on it. The Sugi bar is going to be a little bit heavier than the Steel ES Lite. The Steel ES Lite is going to be the lightest bar that you can possibly purchase right there, and the most expensive one too. So like I said, I'll be running it and playing with it. So I got a bark box and other dogs coming for the 661 right there. That's just a 25-inch bar that goes on the 500. On it, I got it with a 36-inch, the regular old style Roller-Matic bar. I do have a 36 ES Lite bar for it now too, to go on it, 50 gauge. And so I got a 36, and then I got a 32, and then I got a couple of the 25s, and then I got an extra 36 also. But so yeah, man, we're rolling right along. Like I said, if you need some tree work, my email is right down below. Email me. A little bit different sound to it, a little bit different pop. You'll when I put the different muffler on it, the bark box on it, it'll probably, this one right here is probably going to be really, really loud right here. So, one more thing, I didn't state how much the tank held, and I'm not going to. My original projection on what I wanted to hold is not what I went for. I actually went for a good bit more, and I got a good bit more, and that's all that matters. So if I needed to make a run all the way to California, I could do it, and no problem. So there you go. We're just gonna leave it like that. We'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a good afternoon. Hope you have a good Friday coming up. Later, taters.